healthy sexual attitude for my children, you know. Like I tell my kids, sex is a normal bodily function, like an aneurysm or a heart attack.
There was also, if you don't mind doing another joke, that one about your husband asking you to be more aggressive.
Oh, I'm saving that.
All right.
Oh, all right, I'll do it.
Okay.
Well, now I changed it a lot, but anyways, he goes, why don't you try to be more aggressive in bed? So I thought about it and everything. Then the other night we were laying there, and he reached for me, so I said, no!
Who else has questions back here? Go ahead.
I was wondering who does her wardrobe.
Oh, I do.
It's pretty.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, I know. I probably should get somebody.
Who?
I go shopping for my own self.
Do you? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I found a couple of real good places out there in L.A. that sell clothes for big women. So, you know, I go shopping and put some cool things.
You had mentioned that being a big woman is an asset when it comes to being a mother.
Well, I think we're better mothers, fat moms.
Fat moms are better
Yeah,
moms?
we're better, because, you know, what do you want when you're really depressed? Some skinny mom, well, why don't you jog around a while, and that'll release adrenaline in your blood, and you'll better go with stress. Or some fat mom, well, let's have pudding, Oreos, and marshmallows.
Yeah.
When you wake up from that...
Yeah.
Okay, here's the other part. When you wake up from that sugar coma, it'll be a brand new week. Because my family, we used to eat till we went into sugar coma. Huh, sis? My mom and dad would be passed out on the couch. Oh, it's true.
That's why your dad was always on the couch like this, right?
Because he'd give us like $10 a week to go down there and buy those eclairs for him. Our whole family, our whole thing was about food and comedy. It's just funny because that's what my life ended up to be about.
And stop me if I'm giving away too much of your act, but the other thing that broke me up on the Tonight Show appearance, you were talking about how heavy people give directions differently.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know if you've got all those places here.
Yeah, we do.
I go fat people, they go, okay, go down here to Arby's, and go right past Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King. It's that chocolate brown building over there.
that chocolate brown building, yeah.
But people come see the show, they're going to see a lot of stuff that they never see on TV, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but used in a sentence, right?
Huh?
But it's all in a sentence.
Well, it's not nasty words, but it's a few jokes that are kind of a little bit too bawdy for television.
Oh, all right, she says, her eyes twinkling. Tonight at the Orpheum Theater, 8 o'clock, Roseanne Barr and Louis Anderson. For tickets, call, as they say in the TV ads, 1-800-682-8080. That's 1-800-682-8080. Call before 8 tonight, 1-800-682-8080. We go to the phones.
Call before midnight.
Call before midnight, yeah, because the show will be over then. Hi, you're on People Are Talking.
Roseanne, I'd like to congratulate you on your success. You make an awful lot of people happy around the country.
Well, thank you.
And I wanted to ask you, what's the downside of all the success? Obviously, not seeing your kids and your family is probably one of them, but like Rodney Dangerfield says, if you don't have your head screwed on straight before you get there, nothing changes. What's your viewpoint on it?
Well, I think that it is really hard to be away from my kids, but then, so I invented this tour for myself, which I'm really happy about. Last year, you know, I went out for 5 months on the road, and I swore I would never do that again because it was just too hard on me. You know, the only people that I had to talk to spoke Spanish, and I didn't like it to talk to. I went out of my mind. So now I invented this tour for myself that I stay home all the time except for Friday, Saturday, and I go back home Sunday. So I can't complain about that. That's real good, and it lets me stay home 5 days a week because I really am a home kind of person, and I need my family, and so that's cool. But I think that I can't, you know what, the real truth is, aside from a lot of work and this kind of traveling thing, I can't say that there is anything that I don't like, which is, I mean, I'm very happy, and I'm very lucky, and I know that. But I think that's true if you don't got your head screwed on right. I think what that means is that, you know, money ain't going to make you happy if you weren't happy in the first place. Yeah. I think that's what that's about, and of course everyone thinks that's true.
We were talking earlier in the week about with wives of rock stars, and that, you know, that women are always throwing themselves at their husbands.
Oh, well, you know, those men.
Yeah.
Especially when I go to Vegas, these men, they all throw their underwear up on stage, but they just want me to wash them.
Good line. Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, they throw themselves at me, all these men, but I tell them no, you know, I tell them no, I like one kind of guy, bald and with a great big old beer gut. You know, that's what my husband looks like.
Okay, all right. Now, does he resent it all being the butt of jokes?
Who cares? No, because he knows that I mean it larger than my own family, and the joke is really larger than my own husband.
Mm-hmm.
It's about all of us women.
And he does write, what,
And
about
couples.
20% of your material or
Oh,
something
me
like
and
that?
him, we write together all the time, you know. He co-wrote my HBO special. He has a great sense of humor.
That's
He
great.
cracks me up like nobody else on earth cracks me up. And, you know, I think that if you got a good marriage and a good 15-year relationship, you know, you kind of stop pretending after a while and stop doing that lying stuff about everything's perfect, because it isn't.
Yeah. Although in the act, again, you mentioned that it's always quicker than telling the truth. It's so involved.
Yeah, because, yeah, for I know that I just go, yeah, do whatever, you know, because I'm not going to spend 18 hours discussing every little thing. They got us all messed up when they tell us about that communication and marriage stuff. Half the time, just save time and go, whatever. You know what I mean? You don't have time to go and discuss every little thing and every little purchase and every little problem. You just let it slide for 20 or so years. Because if it doesn't bother you that bad, forget it.
When you first went out there on The Tonight Show, you got there quicker than most comics
Oh, I sure
do.
did. Boy, I'll tell you that story.
Okay.
Oh, this is the best story, because my sister was with me out there in L.A., and, you know, I didn't know what was going on. I was just stopping in L.A. for, like, one 5-minute show on my way up there to Seattle. And pretty soon, I come off the stage, and there's this guy, right, Sis? My sister's sitting there, you know, and I come off the stage, and this guy comes up, and he goes, Roseanne, I really love you. And so I thought it was just like a fan or something. And I go, well, thank you very much, you know. Now move. No. And I said, thank you very much. And he goes, my name's Jim McCauley with The Tonight Show. And I just went, I fell into the table. And then I walked right out the door, and I told the doorman, go in there and get my sister. So my sister come out, and I couldn't even talk. I handed her that card that says The Tonight Show.
And then we spent 20 minutes dancing in the parking lot
We ran
behind the
right
club.
out into the street. We were doing that thing when you're in grade school, girls and you gallop like horses. We were screaming. I was like, we were out of our mind. I said, you go call Bill, because I just like, I was just flipped.
Yeah.
So she called up Bill, and he went into a coma. He had no idea. He was just
Comas
like,
are
what?
big in your family, aren't they?
Yeah, right. It's like, what? No one believed it. So I don't think I still haven't recovered from that time.
But then, when you're in makeup and you know that you're going out to do The Tonight Show and Johnny Carson, this is at the Mount Olympus of stand-up comedy,
Oh,
really, on
yeah.
television. What did that feel like?
Jeez, I don't even remember that neither. All I know is Louie, my friend Louie Anderson, that's with, you know, he came with because he had done it 2 years before. And so he kind of helped me walk through it, and he goes, this will be the best show you've ever done. They're the easiest crowd. They're all on your side. They're not drunk. And he goes, you won't believe it, and you'll just do great. You'll do so good that and when you come off, then you'll collapse. And that's like what happened, exactly.
The thing that I got a kick out of, I think it was your second appearance, you turned and bolted. I mean, you were...
Oh, he called
they
me
said, "Boom,"
over.
and He called you to the couch. You were
I don't
gone.
want to sit down because that's hard, because, I mean, geez, you know, it's one thing to stand there and tell your jokes. But when you're facing Johnny Carson, he's asking you questions, there's no way I was going over there. And my third time, they told me I had to go over there. And I left that time, and three of them come to my dressing room and grabbed me by the arms, and they dragged me out. And I go, I don't want to go on panel. I hate panel. I don't want to go on panel. And they took me on the commercial, and they shoved me out there, and then I was just sitting there. And when I watch it on tape, I about flip, because the whole time I'm going, thank you. Thank you so much, Johnny. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We have to take a break. We'll be right back.